You guys know that I have really wanted to put some venomous snakes at the Reptarium, and we are expanding, so I've got Bruce here, and he decided to bring in his girl, the girl that I love so much, Jasmine, the, of course, leucistic monocle cobra. See what she's got going on here. Hey girl, whew, she's looking good. And of course she had a little nose boo-boo from rubbing, and that is looking really good now. Take a look at that snake right there.
She literally just shed yesterday.
She's looking good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's my girl. So anyways, I was thinking about this idea, right? First I wanted to check Jasmine out a little bit, just see what she's got going on. And I tell you what, like I said, she has gotten to be a feisty little girl too. Remember how so many times when she comes here, she'll be like Mrs. just like a corn snake or something like that. Certainly not a corn snake anymore. Woo, look at that snake right there. That is absolutely wonderful. So I was kind of thinking, we just had Jeffrey out at a zoo to you, so we cleaned his cage up, and I was thinking, what if we put Jasmine in there just as a kind of idea what it looks like to have a cobra at the Reptarium, and maybe we can get Lori over here, and Lori will actually like the idea too. Probably not. What do you think, Bruce? It's gonna work?
I can't even.
Jasmine, come on, girl. Come on, girl. There you go. There you go, girl. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. Come on, you silly monkey, you. Look at that snake right there. Whoop. Whoop. Tell you what, that is absolutely incredible. Come on, girl. Give me a little hood. Give me a little hood. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Bruce? You want to try to see what she'll look like in that cage?
Dude, I'm actually completely down for it.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how she'll look. I'm hoping that when she gets in there, maybe she'll hood up a little bit for us too. This is so cool. Again, is this the first chance of us seeing what it's like to have a cobra or venomous animals at the Reptarium? I sure hope so. Come on, girl. Come on. Look at her in there. Look at her cruise around. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, tell me that if we had that at the Reptarium, that people wouldn't absolutely freak out. I know I would, that's for sure. Look at her coming through the branches right there. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. She's loving it. Look at her. Oh my gosh. And she seems to be really relaxed in here. She's just kind of cruising around like, what's going on in there? What's this all about? You know, she's kind of using that brain. Cobras are extremely smart animals, so she's just kind of cruising around going, wow, I tell you what, we got to make this happen, guys. We got to make sure that we have a cobra here at the Reptarium. I mean, how could you not have a cobra? Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Bruce, that thing is so cool.
Dude, she is cool too because like this is a lot taller than the cages she has at home. So like I try to utilize as much branches as I can in the caging, right? But to see her actually climbing on the walls right there, that's insane, dude.
I know, you really don't think of a cobra like that, but cobras do like to climb. A lot of cobras, not necessarily all of them. And like I said, right now she doesn't even seem to be upset at all. She's just kind of, hey, I just want to explore this cage and see what this cage is all about. And it looks absolutely wonderful. So let's just have a few minutes here, enjoy, see what she's going to do, because like I said, look at her climbing down this rock. She's finally getting down on the bottom here. She's getting a little bit of like idea of what it's like on the ground of the cage. She's got all these rocks over here to mess with. Of course, this is Jeffrey's cage. She's not staying here. This is just kind of to see what it's going to be like, but holy cow, look at that. Look at how cool that is. I mean, this gives you kind of an idea. I mean, you're not going to see this, obviously, in the wild where these guys are from, but something similar, like they come from a foresty area, and wouldn't it be cool to come across something like that in the wild? Obviously, she's leucistic, so she's not the natural color either, but I don't know. I'm just like a little kid when it comes to things like this, and here she is. Let's see how she would react if people were around her. So we'll just kind of see right here. Look at, yep, there she goes. She's got a little bit of keying, but she's not even hooding up. That means she's super comfortable in this cage right now, which is awesome, right? So I don't know, guys. I think we should go get Lori and maybe try to convince her, see what she thinks. What do you think? Down in the comments before I get Lori, tell me, A, is it going to go awesome? She's going to be like, that's a great idea. B, Brian, that's the most horrible idea you've ever came up with. C, she's going to kill me. I think there's a good chance that C might happen, but let's go get Lori. So Lori, I've got an exciting thing to show you. I think you're going to be really happy about this. I've made a kind of a executive decision to add a new animal to the Reptarium. Is that okay?
I don't know. Is it a leucistic Texas rat?
Yeah, it's a leucistic Texas rat, Lori. Do you want to pick it up? No, don't pick it up. This is something that we need a snake hook for.
So it's not something that we can interact with people?
Nope, you can't take this out and play with it, unfortunately. Come on, little girl.
What is it?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Is it a pine snake?
Whew, no,
Why are you afraid of this?
I'm not afraid of it. It's a leucistic cobra.
The cobra?
It's a cobra.
What the hell's a cobra doing here?
It's just the test run to see if it would work at the Reptarium. And I think it looks beautiful.
Okay. The test run is get it out of here. No, that's not going to happen.
Look at how beautiful that snake looks.
I literally thought it was a pine snake.
You,
So we could get a Texas rat, we could get a pine snake, a bull snake. They'd be bigger and more impressive. No, absolutely
this is a
not.
but this is a cobra.
Stop stuttering and no. It needs to go home, and that's not here. No.
So are you? So what? I'm trying to understand what you're telling me. What you're telling me is that.
N-O.
But all right, so we're not going to
No.
do a leucistic monocle cobra. But
No.
how about a king cobra?
No.
I mean, you got to admit that looks pretty darn cool.
No.
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 All right, so this backfired on me a little bit. So I still like the idea, and I appreciate that Bruce brought it in, and I still think it's a gorgeous snake.
Oh, it's Bruce's. Yeah, he can take that home. No.
We tried, people. We tried. Let me know in the comments if you guys were right. Remember the other day when someone asked about Everglades rat snakes, and it just so happened that day I had a clutch of Everglades rat snakes? Well, sure enough, in the comments, someone said, when are you going to have greenish rat snakes? And guess what? What an absolute trip, right? What an irony. We had a greenish rat snake clutch. So go ahead, keep on putting comments about what you want me to produce, and maybe we'll keep on getting clutches like that. But nevertheless, I love greenish rat snakes. I mean, just look how cool that animal is. I mean, it's just a really cool rat snake. Of course, these guys will be down in the Florida area and a little bit north of there as well. Nevertheless, really cool animals, and much like the Everglades rat snakes, if you remember, they kind of lay their eggs all over the place. I mean, look at all of these eggs. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, this is a giant clutch of eggs. This is super cool. And this is actually a Heifer albino greenish rat snake too. So we'll candle all of these eggs just because, you know, they're not clumped together just like with the Everglades rat snakes. And again, because they're Heifer albino, about half these babies are going to be albino greenish rats and half of them will be greenish rat snakes. I just absolutely love them. I think they're a super cool snake. Love their attitude. They have a little bit of feistiness to them. They're really just a beautiful animal. Very unique when it comes to a rat snake too, in my opinion. So it's super cool that we've got a beautiful clutch of eggs here. And holy cow, the eggs just keep coming and coming and coming. That is insane. This might be the largest clutch of greenish rat snakes that I've ever produced, because I think the largest before was about 18 eggs. And it looks like there's gotta be more than 18 eggs here, but we'll find out when we get them all. Again, this is just like a little treasure hunt here of eggs. Look at all of these eggs I'm getting here. Ooh, doggy. I tell you, that is amazing. And again, my buddy that reached out and said, hey, are you gonna have some greenish rat snakes? The answer is yes, we're gonna have some greenish rat snakes. And interestingly enough, these guys typically hatch a little bit quicker than a normal colubrid snake. So a normal colubrid snake, just more and more eggs, will hatch in about 60 days. These guys usually hatch in about 52 days, right in that range. So is that all of the eggs? Got one little slugger here. Look at that. How terrible is that? But I think we've got all of the other eggs here. Wow. Wow, that was an amazing clutch. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 eggs. Wow, was that absolutely incredible. This episode is brought to you by Curiosity Stream, a subscription streaming service made up of thousands of documentaries and non-fiction titles by some of the best filmmakers, including original content. Curiosity Stream is the Netflix for nerds, the Hulu for history buffs, and the Disney Plus for scientists in us. Curiosity Stream is also extremely affordable for under $20 a year. I tell you what, guys, I'm getting lost in Curiosity Stream. I love it. It is such a platform for me. That's exactly what I like to watch. I mean, for instance, there's Life on Earth with my hero, David Attenborough. There is Walking with Beasts. And of course, another hero of mine, Steve Hawkins, actually has a documentary called Genius. I'm telling you, there are so many titles on here. I may never work again because there are so many different things, from travel, adventure, food. There's even kids stuff. Trust me, I cannot ask for a better platform for shows that I like to watch. Curiosity Stream is the world's first streaming service to address our lifelong quest to learn, explore, and understand. Available on many platforms: web app, Roku, Android, Xbox One, smart TVs, iOS, Chromecast, Amazon Fire, Amazon Kindle, and Apple TV. Available worldwide. Content spans space, nature, history, technology, society, and lifestyle. Another new documentary that is actually out on Curiosity Stream that I'm excited about is Doug to the Rescue. It's actually a drone pilot that uses a drone to help animals from natural disasters. Gotta check that one out. Curiosity Stream is adding exciting new titles all the time, and guess what? Even though it's a great bargain at $20 a year, right now if you go to curiositystream.com/BrianB, you can save 25%. That's right, that means it's only $14.99 per year. That is crazy. Again, go to curiositystream.com/BrianB and save 25%. Trust me, guys, it's the best money you'll ever spend. Please support the people that support this vlog. It's absolutely worth every penny. Of course, our friend Tiffany, who is a mod on our podcast, watches the vlog every day. She comments every day. She's my bulldog. Thank you, Tiffany. She actually sponsored Helen. She loves Helen, and she's really been pushing for Helen merch. So let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do some Helen merch. Obviously, Helen is an albino ball python that was born without eyes a couple years ago here at BHB, and we actually just babied her from the beginning, and she is such a wonderful snake. I always say that someone comes in that's a little bit afraid of snakes, for whatever reason, they kind of feel bad for Helen a little bit. The other thing is without eyes, they don't feel like Helen is actually looking at them, so they feel more comfortable actually holding her. And with pythons, they actually have 3 senses. They have their eyesight, they have their heat pitch that senses thermal, and then of course they have that Jacobson's organ with their tongue where they're actually smelling and tasting the air. So with Helen, really, she's still got 2 of the 3 senses, and with ball pythons in particular, their eyesight isn't nearly as good as, say, a Cobra or something like that. So the fact is, Helen has done really well. She's just a truly amazing animal, and we appreciate you, Tiffany, on all fronts for sure, and I know you'll be happy to see Helen in the vlog. So my friend that's actually a police officer that helps us out a lot in the town is next door, and I think that we're gonna go see what he thinks about Drogo. What do you think?
It's gonna be crazy.
Let's go. We apprehended this guy in our building, and we don't know what to do with him.
Was it a foot chase?
It was a foot chase.
Not very long.
That is cool, huh?
Isn't it awesome?
All right, he's been eating peanut butter. Look at these toes. I've never seen anything like it. Not up close, anyways.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, very
I know
cool.
we have to come over and show you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sally, we brought you a friend.
This is Drogo. Drogo, yep.
What do you think, Bill?
Thanks, Bill. Nice to meet you, brother.
That right there.
Oh my God.
Look at who shed, my girl Ivy, and it's always absolutely amazing to see this. Look at this giant shed right here. Usually it's almost in one piece. This one's got a couple little breaks, but you know, snakes actually shed because they grow, right? So basically, to break down a shed, snakes have 3 layers of skin. They have an inner layer, a medium layer, and then what they call an epidural layer. This is the epidural layer. It's actually dead skin, right? Just like on our body, we're always shedding the dead skin off, that epidural layer, right? So what happens is when this epidural layer with a reptile can't stretch anymore, they go into a shed cycle, or if there's an injury or something like that, they go into a shed cycle, right? And then they actually shed that skin off, and then that middle layer becomes the outer layer, and that can stretch a little bit more, right? And they develop a new inner layer, a medium layer, and it kind of continues to repeat. Now, as a snake gets bigger, it actually sheds less, and the reason for that is the growth rate slows down. Ivy, honestly, has almost doubled her size in the last 12 to 14 months, so she's been shedding an awful lot. But as she gets bigger, she's going to slow down shedding, and maybe instead of shedding every 8 to 12 weeks, she's going to shed maybe twice a year, right? So that's how the shed cycle works. But I tell you what, it's always amazing to see something as awesome as this, and wow, does she look breathtaking. Absolutely love chocolate stuff. The chocolate pinstripes, the super chocolates, the chocolate, you name it, chocolate bananas, all that type of stuff. And this is actually a beautiful chocolate pinstripe, probably produced her about 10 years ago, to be honest with you. It's been a really good animal, and she was actually bred to this banana chocolate spinner. So again, it's banana, it's chocolate, it's spider, and it's pinstriped. So down in the comments, you guys discuss amongst yourself, what are we gonna get by breeding a banana chocolate spinner to a chocolate pinstripe? Let's go ahead and see how many eggs Mama has. And like I mentioned, I'll be keeping an eye on the comments and kind of seeing if you guys know what you're talking about. Again, this is kind of what we talked about last year, being the Barney Ball project that turned out to not being very good. But I think that when we add probably blackhead into that combo, we're really gonna probably be able to get there with that really purple snake. So that's the idea, is this is the beginning, the building blocks for something more. And I think it's gonna be really cool. Looks like she laid a pretty good clutch of eggs here. Definitely have a couple wrinkles in them, which is no big deal. It's just sometimes happens from time to time. So we'll go ahead and separate out this one egg right here. Well, let's just count them up first. We'll go 2, 4, 6, 7 good eggs. We did have one little slugger here. No big deal. 7 good eggs. Let me know in the comments what you think we're gonna get. Oh my gosh, Heinz is looking so amazing and getting so big. Has a bunch of greens on his nose. He's amazing. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit this playlist right over here and you can watch a bunch of cool videos. On this side, could you also do me a favor and hit that subscription button? Would mean a lot to me. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.